Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Civilization 6 coming at you with episode 2 of our Prince coaching session with Ed. Welcome back, Ed. It's good to have you. Thank you. Appreciate you doing this. Obviously, you're getting something out of it as well. It's not like this is completely one-sided or anything, but I know that a lot of the people on YouTube have been hankering for another edition of this. I think this is going to help a lot of people out. I have so many people who watch my basics tutorial and they're like, give us more stuff, give us more information. I just got into this game. I'm really loving it. I want more information. I think this is going to be a really good video, trying to focus on not getting into too much of the weeds on how to play at the super highest level, but just hoping that everybody can get more enjoyment because they'll understand more things. As you can see, we took a little bit of time in between videos to do a little bit of pinning, planned out where we're going to probably put cities, the places to put campuses. You'll notice that a lot of the campuses are +4 or have the potential to be +4. This mod that we're using in the game, it detects the adjacency of the campus, but it's not taking into account that we're Australia. And as I'll show you, we get bonuses +3 adjacency for breathtaking appeal, +1 for the what's the other one? Not breathtaking, but charming is the other one. So you get +1 for the charming. So when you go back in, you'll see like those first two campuses in the first two cities, it says 2 and 3, but those are actually going to be 5 and 6 when they're all said and done, because they're going to get another +3 each for being breathtaking. The theater square is going to add some appeal to the one that says +3, and then the other one is going to be there as well. So it should be a 5, no problem, with the +3 from. It's actually already charming, actually, so it doesn't need any additions. Or sorry, it's already breathtaking. So anyway, so we've got some campuses laid out now, and that takes me to a point before we get on to hitting the next turns and talking about some other stuff I want to talk about. What I wanted to say is that having somewhat of a focus in your gameplay is important. In this game, we're playing as Australia, and Ed's kind of moving towards the idea of some sort of a science victory. Okay, and that's generally the idea when you're playing as Australia. They make really good campuses. They have really good things that move towards the science victory. You don't have to play. You could play religious victory or domination. You could play whatever you want with any civ you want, as long as you're having fun. The big key is to have a focus ahead of time to know the general direction you're going in. What is it I am trying to go for? What am I trying to do with these with whatever game I'm in, whatever civ I'm playing? You might be playing monumentality civ and like playing lots of faith and doing all that kind of stuff and going for religious victory, or playing a completely other style. But you want to have a focus, right? So when you put down a city, you want to immediately be like, okay, I need to build a campus, right? Because I need lots of science. Or I need to build a theater square because I want to get lots of theaters. I want to build all the great people and go for a culture victory. But you want to have that idea in your head so that when you're picking out where your city goes, you've got a good city center, you got good productive tiles to work, but also, where can I put a good campus? Or where can I build a wonder to put a theater square beside it? Because I want to build, you want to do those kinds of things towards a culture victory. You got to have that in mind when you're making these decisions. And like I said, we've kind of done a plan here where we put our cities down. We know where our campuses can go for the most part to give us good campuses. The +4 is important because there's a card later in the game at Rationalism, which essentially gives you bonuses if your campus is as good as +4 or better. And Australia being Australia can actually do that quite well. So, hence the reasons. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let Ed hit next turn a couple times, and we'll go on from there. You can see the layout here. We haven't played the government plaza yet. Was considering the idea of not building it in the capital, to be honest with you. A lot of people just build it in the capital, but we could do it there. We could do it other places. We got lucky there. So this scout got surrounded, but the warrior stepped on the right tile for us. So we're going to be able to potentially get away here from the bad man and get healed up.
We definitely decided chop, right? Chop first.
Yes, you want to go chop first. So next turn, And this is a little bit of the planning stuff that goes into the game a little bit. Is more culture for us. Get the cocoa going. When it comes to planning out the movement of your builders can be very important. So in this case, we got that builder out, right? And you can see that there's writing in early empire.
Oh!
What happened? What I missed?
We haven't done mining yet.
Oh, jeez. That's on me.
I totally forgot because we had rushed towards irrigation and stuff.
And we went and got, and you know what? We went and got sailing when we really didn't need it, and we could have got mining in the meantime.
Oh,
so that's not that big of a deal.
No.
You can go ahead and put mining on. Oh, geez.
It's gonna wait like one turn.
Actually, no. Finish writing first, so you can place the other campus or campuses.
Yeah, we place this one. Yep. So you're going over here then.
Well, no, the barb is going to hurt you there. I think you kind of have to stay in peace.
Is it worth?
It's good. No, you kind of, because you're going to want them available. You might have enough carryover science that you can do it in 2. You might be able to you might be 3 turns away. That's a bit of that's unfortunate. It goes completely against what the plans were. I was just about to talk about planning, and we completely messed up. It's too bad. I should have put you on mining instead of sailing before, but I just is like you wanted to go to sailing, so I was like, okay, that's fine. But anyway, what I wanted to talk about was the idea of lining things up so that you can do stuff. So, for instance, putting the right cards in the right spots. In your government policy cards and having builders in place to do chops and stuff like that is all very important. And so yeah, as we go on to the next turn here, I guess. You got to choose production in that.
Well, so this becomes a little bit a question.
Okay, then. So I think you definitely start settlers. In probably both of these cities, to be honest with you. You're gonna have high population, good production cities. And then I would probably go ahead and start settlers in both turns, because next turn you'll be able to put the settler card on and build the settlers much faster. And this is what I was talking about when I said production's king, but early culture is more important than anything in the game. And what happens is that obviously there's key cards to get to, like the colonization card for 50% production towards settlers. There's obviously getting to your faster trader, being able to get your government plaza built faster, getting to political philosophy faster, getting your first government up so you can work more policy cards and get the bonuses from them. And then eventually, you want to get to feudalism for better builders. You want to get to recorded history so you can double your campus adjacencies. All of these different civics have incredibly important cards in them that you can put into your governments to make your game go better and faster. And the only way you can get there faster is with more culture. It's as simple as that. And so in addition to unlocking these civics faster to get the better policy cards faster, having that really, really high culture compared to the costs of the civics means you're going to be able to unlock civics more frequently. So if you're unlocking a civic every 3 or 4 turns, or if you're on standard speed, it might be every 6 or 7 or 8 turns or whatever. But if you're unlocking them quickly, then that means you can change your policy cards faster. And the more you could change your policy cards, the better. This is a really important point for people out there. They don't necessarily want to be the best players in the world or play on deity, but they want to just understand a little bit more about being better at the game. Changing out your policy cards and thinking about your policy cards frequently is extremely important. Because, let's say you're building settlers in your cities, and you've got your settler card in, and a couple of cities have finished their settlers off, and now they're on to making builders, or now they're on to making a wonders, or they're building districts or whatever. But if you have low culture and you're 5 or 6 turns away from finishing your next civic because you still have that settler card in, well, you've got a card in your policy cards that's doing nothing for you. But if you had really high culture, then you could have switched out, say, the next turn, put in the 30% production towards builder card, and then those cities that are now building builders would be able to do 30% more production. but without the high culture, you wouldn't be able to get there. So I think it's really important to understand the value of not only getting through the culture tree faster, but faster governments, faster policies, and faster policy changes, all extremely important. So in this case, here we go. We're going to put in the 50% production towards settler card, as you can see there.
And I'm keeping this because I still have.
Yeah, you've got barbs to handle.
Yeah.
At some point before long, we may want to put maritime industries in, so we can build a galley or two to handle the barbs. But for now, the barbs, you could something that somebody might do if they're new to the game is freak out, like, oh my god, there's a bunch of barbs, I got to build like 7 galleys and go take care of these things. They're not that much of a hindrance right now. They're keeping us from improving the turtle, but that's about it. They're not trying to kill our cities. And early on, if you're building units, like military units, then you're not moving towards working towards getting faster victory conditions or being more efficient. If you're trying to get better at the game, then builders, settlers, districts, all of those kinds of things are what equal playing better. If you're spending a bunch of time making galleys when you don't really need to, then things are just gonna be slower. You can build them if you want. You want to kill the barb galleys, and go ahead. But if you can be efficient and make settlers and make more cities, then you're gonna just have a better, faster game. As simple as that. So early empire's done. We move on here now to I guess craftsmanship and state workforce.
Yeah.
We do have plans. You probably noticed, a lot of you, the pin. We do have plans to move towards mysticism. But you can see here real quick, if you want to go back really quickly to the civics tree, and just look at the numbers. We've got our culture up to 8.7, right? It's because we focused on making sure we got our monuments done. So we got a couple monuments, but we took that culture pantheon on the plantations. We focused on getting builders up to go improve them. And now we've got 8.7 culture. And look at how many turns. We're going to 1 turn craftsmanship. State workforce is going to be like 4 turns. We can go and grab mysticism in 2 turns if we want. Like, we're going to get through this really quick and get to political philosophy. So nice. And like I said, mysticism, because we talked about building the oracle. We do have that placed in there. We can put Bengala in there. Oracle plus 100% production towards great people points. And then you build a campus and a theater square. Like, just the synergies there are so great. And so having high culture means, boom, unlock the wonder ability. Boom, unlock more culture. Unlock more we can get the government plaza built faster. All these things happen for one reason: higher culture. So I don't want to keep dwelling on that, but it's important to understand how important how key those decisions are. Because there's Bengala, like I said, obviously,
and we just got the governor title.
Yeah, so you can put him in the capital just like that, and then Bob's your uncle. Away he goes. In 5 turns, he'll be making his science and culture. And so, if those of you wondering, you may not have seen this as well. He's just using a mod called Quick Deals. Again, I'm hoping very soon to get a quick little video up on the channel discussing basically key mods that you can use to help improve your experience in the game. Make the game go a little more quickly. Make it just look and feel a little bit more sensible. Help you out with mechanics and stuff like that. And so I'm gonna make a video on that. But he's using Quick Deals, and it essentially just makes negotiating with your fellow civilizations a little bit easier.
Most people do it already anyways.
It's not adding anything to the game. It's not like making deals better or giving you more for them. It's just making it efficient to find out, hey, I've got a spare die that I could trade to somebody. What can I do with this die? Like, how can I make the most efficiency? I know 5 different civs. Who's going to give me the most? You go into the Quick Deals. It'll tell you what everybody will give you for it, and then you click on the one that's giving you the most. It just saves you from clicking on each one individually 5 times, clicking on the dies, asking what they'll give you for it, going to the next one, trying to remember which one gave you what. Like, it's just a super time efficiency saver. It's really great.
And then look, I could change again if I wanted
to.
to.
Exactly. 1 turn later. Yeah. In this case, we're probably fine. there's nothing really to change, but it gives you those options. You're on state workforce in 4 more turns. At that point, like, I'm not sure how many more turns there is on that settler in the south. Obviously, we're just doing a Discord stream here, so the resolution is not perfect. 6 turns in the south?
6, yes.
Yeah, so what we could do is we could do state workforce and then potentially go get mysticism, and by that time, these 2 settlers would be done. We could take that card out with really good timing. So, not bad at all. We got our warrior coming up here to clear out the stuff in the north.
Go explore.
And then the other guy's heading to the right. We've got our other guy. We do need to find out a little bit more information.
I'm bringing this guy back down.
Yeah. Finding a little bit more information about this southern city would be good. This guy's injured, but he should be fine. I don't think there's any scouts or anything running around or warriors and stuff. So definitely good idea to get some more information there. We can get that guy moving to
There's
north.
A campus for Sweden. There's a campus for Sweden.
If Stockholm ever builds a second city.
All right, let's see. I just want to make sure I did that. He's here. He can't build yet. I'm just letting him sit.
Yeah, we're just waiting. Unfortunately, we had to wait 1 extra turn.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not going to step out because I'm pretty sure that galley.
Yeah,
exactly. He's like right here.
Yeah,
he'll
step in and gobble you up for sure. That's one thing. Well, at some point before too long, we're definitely going to want to put in the Maritimes Industry card and get these 2 cities to pump out.
Look, there
galleys. Yeah.
Look, he came right from there.
Yeah. He's hanging out. All right, so there you go. Boom. Our Pantheon grabbing this extra culture. Now, whoa, Big Daddy, not yet.
Oh, okay, I'll slow down.
Actually, I guess you could. No, I was going to say, because you can't place the campus yet, but it's fine. Wait, can you? Did we finish? Oh my God, I'm sitting here talking away, and I'm not looking at every last little thing you're doing here. Did you? Yeah, you did finish it. Okay, so what we actually could have done, I forgot about it. I wasn't really paying any close attention. And that's on me. I was going to say you could have placed the campus. It's not a big deal.
Well, not this one. The bottom one. We should.
The bottom one we could have placed before we finished mining, because the cost would have went up marginally. Maybe we could have done it. Maybe it would have been like low enough that you could have done it in 5 or something like that. But at any rate, go ahead and place it down. As you can see there, we're getting 3 right out of the gate because it's breathtaking. We want to finish the settler first, but again, like I said, you place it. The cost of that set, we could wait 150 turns. When we come back on 150 turns, the cost of that campus will not have changed from what it is now. So you're perfectly fine. And yes, you can go ahead and chop that that there. Either way, you would want to do it because the faster you get the settler, the better, obviously. So with the 50% card in, that chop is worth 50% more, obviously. And so the settlers, boom, it's done just like that. We have a settler out. And he's off to the races. And we place this down here. The campus down there, it's going to be a +3 out of the gate, right? I think it says, right?
Yeah, I think it says,
because it's the 2 for the reef, and then it's charming. We're going to make it breathtaking with the theater square here eventually. But as far as the settler goes, most of the cities in the north are kind of like a little bit backfill. The one city to the right's not too bad. You could go there. The barbs are a little bit annoying. I think I would probably head south, to be honest with you. These 2 cities in the south are just too good.
I think I go to this one first because I know more what's around it.
Yeah,
and then I come here second.
Exactly. With
plus the barbs there, so he's a little annoying.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I agree. Now the only thing is, you're going to be stuck. Where the builder is slows you down by a step, but that's okay. Because she's only going to let you go to the horse instead of because the builder and the settlers are on the same plane, so
they conflict.
Not a big deal, but how much you could have done about it either way. Okay, research mining is done. Now, as far as choosing technologies at this point, as you can see, some of you might be looking at currency and be like, "What's that little weird symbol?" He does have monopolies and corporations turned on. That's just a special game mode. If those of you don't have the New Frontier Pass, it's just some game modes that got added in. It's fun, and he decided I decided I want to play with it. That's fine, no big deal. If just don't pay any attention to it if it's something you haven't seen before. It doesn't impact the game that much. It's just a little fun additional thing. So currency is definitely something you could play with and throw that in there. No problem there. You could potentially move
Going
towards
well.
bronze working or something like that. I try to, when there's nothing specifically that I desperately want to do, I try to work towards stuff I already have the boosts on. And then keep in mind, like, okay, if we can ever build a quarry, we can get the masonry boost. You know, if we can ever get some barb kills, we'll get the boost to that. Whenever you're being efficient, things are good. So I try to tend to, if there's nothing specific I have to get, just do stuff you have the bonuses on. Currency will allow us to place down commercial hubs if we have any commercial hubs to place, stuff like that.
This is the only one, like, because we might eventually, like
yeah,
all right,
we're
harbors.
gonna want to place
like,
the
right.
harbors probably decently quick, I guess. But we're probably gonna get there, like maybe very soon. After currency, maybe we'll get the campuses built, get a couple of boats out, improve a couple tiles. Maybe we can discover a wonder someday. We'll get the boost to all those. And then that'll work. But yeah, you're right. Harbors are definitely something we need to get placed here fairly soon. Especially in Melbourne is actually probably the next district we make. So
mainly because we know we're going to be doing a decent amount of harbors. Most likely is.
You know what I was just thinking?
Yep.
The theater square we have actually in place there. That could actually belong to Melbourne. And then what can happen is we can put the other theater city square. Yeah, exactly. We could put that up there, and then it'll still do the same basic value. And then that way there's a good spot to put a theater square in Melbourne. Good. Just kind of, it just kind of popped into my head. But anyway.
We don't have to. We'll see what happens with the pins.
Yeah, there's always options, right?
All right, let's see how much he did.
What else? So yeah, we can get these campuses built, and then get some boats built, and take care of the barbs, get some tiles improved. Yeah, there's thinking about the boosts. So the settler can move when you want to make sure the settler's priority, right? That it gets where he wants to go.
So I stepped him back, right?
I
don't want to go here.
The plan was to probably go get the spices online. To be honest with you,
you want to go down there?
Yeah, because getting a spice online is a luxury you don't have yet. So then you'll have a total of 3 different spices. You might be able to get to ecstatic in your cities potentially, because we have cocoa, we have dyes. That'll be 3. You might be able to get to ecstatic. And then hope you're not cut off there.
Yeah, I run into a little bit of a continental wall here.
Yeah. A little bit of an issue. Yeah. I think... Oh, the settler. You've already got him queued up, but I always try to move them as efficiently as possible and make sure that they're not getting screwed up. So,
because it's true, because he could have stepped here and forced himself to go around there, because they do that sometimes.
If the path happens to be blocked. In this case, it wasn't, but if the path to that location was blocked by something, it might reroute itself, and then once it reroutes itself, it will stay rerouted unless you tell it otherwise. So, yeah,
he's good. Okay.
Now, something we could do.
Oh man! All right, thanks for the look.
Yeah, I should go take it. I was just gonna say it's kind of a pricey. Right in here, it's probably gonna grow to the spice. So what you would want to do here is, in Geelong, it's probably gonna grow to that spice, and what will happen is, we can buy the campus tile probably next turn. I think we have the gold. Yeah, we'll be able to buy the campus turn next turn and get that placed. A builder in this city would be quite valuable because we could mine the diamonds. That would be another luxury. And then we could hit the spices, which will be one that we could sell in addition to giving us more culture. So whenever you've got, I think I got into this possibly halfway through this point last time and maybe quit on it. But whenever you get a tile improvement kind of pantheon, whether it's better pastures, boosts to your strategic resources or whatever, get that value as soon as possible, right? because at turn 100, the value that you're getting on a turn by turn basis from that pantheon is going to be pretty low. Even if you have 15 plantations built with bonus culture, if you have 400 culture a turn, the value you're getting out of those plantations isn't a whole lot, right? But early on, it's like half of our culture, right? And it's just boosting us so hard because we've got like 4, 5, 6, 7 of those things going. That's such a huge boost that you want to make sure you get in the point, making the point of getting the builders out, getting those tiles improved, obviously for the gold and luxuries, but boom, extra culture, boom, extra culture. There it is. Go, go, go. And it's just there's just too much value to make sure that you're really getting it. So yeah, I would jump down there for one turn. Absolutely.
That was 2 turns before.
Yeah,
remember?
Exactly. But you just a couple more plantations, met a little bit more culture, a little bit of carryover, and boom, mysticism in one turn. And then we could potentially now how many turns left in it? Or tell me what turn are we on? Sorry.
Oh, we're on 28.
28. Okay. Golden Age is really tough. We could have built a bunch of units and gone out and taken out a bunch of barb camps, but the value of an early Golden Age is pretty minimal. So compared to the value we're getting, right? Like we're going to finish. The one thing I was going to say is to save your score, you could. That's going to be a +3 campus. You could save that campus and not finish it.
Turn it off for one.
Yeah, and also the other thing I was going to mention too is it might be time to start getting a galleys out. They're spamming galleys right now out of that.
Oh my god, this guy's just been dumping them out.
So what I was going to do is because you can change policies right now. I was going to say you might want to consider putting in the Maritimes industry. We're not actually fighting any barbarians specifically right now. So you could put that in and lock that up, and then potentially switch to building galley in the capital.
Well, and also we know I'm gonna switch definitely. Like I'm gonna 1 turn mysticism, and then even then after I do that, I'm gonna be able to turn some other stuff fairly quickly that I won't be locked.
You'll be able to change.
I won't be locked on those cards that long. Yeah.
Exactly. So so what I would do is a couple things here.
Do I have another governor?
Yes, so you can stick that, and so here's an interesting decision. So in many games, typical science culture type games, Pingala is always going to be first, the science and culture per population. So making the decision on which one to do here is interesting. My general rule of thumb is you pretty much always take the culture per turn on Pingala first. I think it's called the Cuirassier one or whatever, or Connoisseur. The only time I wouldn't take that is if I have a ton of culture like we do now, but wasn't going to have the opportunity for a lot of science. Now, as it turns out, we're going to build some really good campuses quite soon, and the science is going to be perfectly fine. And I want to go culture. I would actually take Connoisseur here because our science at 7.2 is good, and it's going to be better when we finish that +3 campus, and it's going to be better when we build the other +4 campus and stuff. So there's tons of stuff that's going to give us lots of science, and the early culture is huge.
Every so often, I would consider Victor if I had somebody that was just really super aggressive and that was already like...
Yeah, if you're super early aggressive, you could do that. But science and culture, the first 3 promotions are pretty much always going to be Pingala here. So I would definitely take the Connoisseur promotion here 100% of the time. So you can back that out there. Now, the other thing I wanted to do is, we talked about it, is we want to buy that tile in Geelong.
Because we have it now, yep.
Yeah, so the spice grew, like we said. We can go ahead and buy that for 45 gold. Like that, and place the campus. Now, we're gonna finish the builder first, but we want to place the campus. And what'll happen is, now that we're working that 4-1 spice, we're gonna grow really tall. This builder is going to allow us to mine the diamonds. It's going to allow us to potentially even do a chop or two, like we're going to do to get the spices up. There's going to be a lot of valuable things we can do with the builder. So we do builder first into the campus for tempo. It's just what I always refer to as tempo, but getting builders out and improving tiles improves tempo. So the campus might take 5 turns now, but if we do the builder first and then the campus, the builder improves a couple tiles, and the campus takes a turn or 2 less. So as suspected, yeah, it's opening up down here just based off the value or the appeal value of that tile to the left of the city center pin. We knew it was going to be something.
Do we think this is a campus now, or?
Well, it could be. It's going to depend on where the reefs are. We got to pray for a reef, basically, is what we're kind of hoping for. But
we might. I wonder. I never know if this will. Yeah, so I bet there's no reef down there.
Well, it says +1 though, so that's just the appeal. That's just the appeal from the. Wait, no, because it's not doing that. Wait a minute. Oh no, it's a jungle. There's a jungle. That's why.
Well, no. Well, it's also it's feeding off this pin.
Oh yeah. You're right. Because there's 2. Yeah. So it's giving you 1 from that. Okay. So there's no jungle. We know there's no jungle then, because if there was one more jungle, it would give it to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll play around that later. We'll see what happens.
But what I want to do is also in your capital see about getting a galley started instead of the campus for how fast we can get 1 galley out.
Not purchase.
No. Nothing. I mean, you could potentially, but yeah, 2 turns. Okay, I don't mind that.
And it saves the error score. Like you might as well. Take
exactly. Yeah, we're just going to put 1 turn into it because we don't want to finish the boat because that's error score as well. But we're basically just delaying the boat and the campus so that it's error score for next turn. Essentially.
Help me.
I practice militant mysticism.
Let's see. I don't think I want to change anything.
I don't. Well, just a sec.
We still have 1 settler we're still working on.
Yeah, although, so this is another finer point, but if you get out of here and go look at the settler real quick, you can actually kind of do the math. It's 1 turn, and I think it's only a couple of production left. So if it can do it without the card,
how do I
just click on production in the city, yeah. So it's 5. And so the city's doing more than 5 production on its own. So if you take the card out, it's still going to finish the settler next turn. So you can actually take it out. And put in probably just the production card. So all cities will get 1 extra production. There you go.
This is I don't know if we mentioned the extended policy cards.
Oh yeah, so that's another That's another government or another mod. And I'm going to get to that video for sure. Yeah. But
in case anybody's wondering what those are.
how come it says +3 gold, +3 production, whatever. Those are just telling you what the value of the card is if you put it in versus not having it in or whatever. It's doing the math for you essentially. So you can confirm those. Make sure you turn the boat off. It's how many turns left in the year now?
I think 1 or 2. 2.
Okay.
What do I want to build?
Yeah, well, you can do 1 more turn on the campus, but we don't want to do granary. We've got all kinds of housing.
Support the Oracle?
I mean, you could place the Oracle and do the Oracle for a turn. This is super micromanaging, but that's what I would do. I would place down the Oracle, and just do it for a turn, and then switch to the campus, then switch to the boat, and then you can potentially put Corvée in and go back and do the Oracle after that. So and then political philosophy. Unfortunately, we found 2 city-states and can't seem to find another one, so it's a little frustrating. But with our high culture, we're still going to finish it. It'll actually be less than 4 because it'll actually probably be finished when political philosophy when the era score or the era changes over, because we'll get bonus.
Yeah, we just got really unfortunate with the way the mountains.
Yeah, the mountains kind of forced you into a choke,
and this choke here had the barb.
The
and
barbs
the
kept
warrior.
you from moving on.
Yeah,
probably being another city-state right beside Vatican City, but we could never get to it, and it's kind of just locked us out.
Yeah.
Barbs will do that sometimes.
I might as well do this just to get the 1 gold.
I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily though.
So here's the thing, because we're talking this is a good talk to have about the idea that envoys affect their border.
So exactly.
And we have this potentially. So maybe I just.
Yeah, I would just leave Muscat, to be honest with you. I mean, 1 gold. I mean, if it was super early and I had an extra envoy, maybe I'd take the extra gold or the extra whatever it was, culture science. But I mean, you don't want to use up an envoy now and then find out, especially when you can go first envoy counts as 2 later, and there's lots of different options. Oh, okay.
So this is early. Oh.
Yeah.
Also, maybe the pin.
So we got lucky with the reef.
Maybe the pin.
No, because that was +2 and it only showed +1.
So maybe the pins do not pick up Fog of War. Yeah,
I guess the pins don't pick up Fog of War. Yeah,
That's
there you
good
go.
To know.
The kids don't pick up Fog of War because there was another jungle as well. So that's actually going to be a good campus. When you get rid of the 2 jungles, and the appeal will be charming. That'll be a +4 campus there. So there's more of the stuff.
I think up there.
So
we went one turn this. We're still waiting for it to turn over again.
Yeah, the turnover. Yeah, exactly. You want the turnover.
That's that.
Yeah, there's gonna be some really nice cities down here.
He's moving. The barbarian horde of galleys.
I know.
Is just
we're gonna have to switch. So when Melbourne finishes, basically next turn, Melbourne will start a settler as well. Or sorry, a galley as well. It's gonna be key.
Wow, Muscat's rating down pretty low.
Yeah, they tend to wander around. Yeah, they have when they start building lots of units, they just roam. So yes, again another settler. So we're going to settle these fantastic cities.
This keeps going.
Actually opening up quite a bit. Oh, and there's a forest fire down there. So unless that's from a wonder, I don't think it is.
We'll find out. And then is this still Stockholm?
Yeah, that's Stockholm's
loyalty.
Loyalty for sure. Still, yeah.
Me guy going along the. Let's see.
So yeah, we want to switch off the Oracle. Oh, this guy here. Yeah, might as well go. We can go get the other spice going, I guess too.
And you're coming down here. I think we're happy with.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll just skip over you. So we're still in.
So you want to finish the campus? Wait, it didn't go over the. Wait a minute.
No, it didn't. The air didn't turn. The air had one more.
Oh, there's still one more turn. Oh, I thought it was one turn last.
It was two. I think we got.
Okay, but you can still switch it though, because when it finishes next turn, it'll give you credit for the year score in the following turn.
For the next one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So finish the campus for sure, because there's more value in the campus than the galley, obviously. With the bonus science and that. So.
And then I think we're happy with galley. No, wait.
No, I think you want galley here for sure. Absolutely.
Or we don't want to go in the campus.
No, because there's too many boats. I would, because you want to have you want to get these boats out like 2 or 3 at a time and be able to start fighting against these things, and like a 1v3 won't work out so great. You can use the chokes a little bit, but I would get a galley here. I think you're already gonna get one campus. You have that campus laid down anyway. I think I would get the 1 galley and then maybe 2 galleys out of at least 1 more galley out of the cap.
Yeah.
Open things up. You'll be able to start improving some tiles on the water. One thing I was going to say too is we're making a lot of gold, and we have a lot of gold. We could potentially, well, I was going to say we might be able to buy a builder. We might just go ahead and say buy the builder in one of the new cities. Honestly,
yeah. Once we build the city.
Yeah, just keep. Yeah. Yeah, we could buy the campus tile right away and just go ahead and pop it down.
First technology, spawn campus.
So the campus is done. Science is up once again.
I now have the spices and cocoa opportunities.
Yeah, there you go. So that's just part of the monopolies and corporations thing, where it's basically the more luxuries you have online, the better. So in this case here, I would typically always go free inquiry, because you're going to get a fair amount of science boosts, and we're going to build libraries and stuff like that. So pretty good bet to do that. I would probably go astrology here now.
Yeah, start the phase.
I mean, it sucks, but we have good science. I mean, it sucks that we couldn't get the boost. We'll get into celestial navigation. We're going to be able to get a couple resources done here fairly quickly, because we're going to get these galleys out and kind of protect our shores enough. I think we have a couple resources to improve, and then we're going to build her out behind.
We're going back to this galley.
Yeah, finish the galley. We'll get our get the boat online. It's 1 turn, so we're gonna have 2 galleys come out together. The other thing is next turn we'll be able to put the. Oh geez, it's really opening up down here. This is actually fantastic.
Remember, because this was the top. Remember?
Oh yeah, so there's actually is more room. Yeah. Holy cow! I actually see another really good city down there.
Yeah.
Already. Oh yeah.
I could have sworn that this. I could have sworn that this was going to cut.
I thought it was going to cut off for sure. Yeah.
And this was going to be our continent. It was like, this is our continent.
Yeah. Okay.
So. All right. So we're building our galley.
Yeah, galley in both spots, and then next turn when political philosophy finishes, we'll be able to put the barb card in as well.
He's about to dump out a builder.
Yep.
We're gonna buy. We'll buy that next turn when this happens. The build and buy and maybe build a builder. Buy a builder. Buy a builder.
Yep.
Yeah. This guy's he's eventually gonna walk into something he shouldn't walk into, so he's gonna die. But oh well.
Yeah.
He's doing it.
He likes to live on the edge.
he's doing his job. Oh, somebody built something. Stonehenge. Yeah, who cares?
There. Okay, so first boat. You actually built the first boat in the game. Looks like +3.
I don't believe in astrology. Divide and rule, a sound motto.
Okay, so government choices.
Do you want to talk about these a little bit for people?
Yeah. So I mean. Yeah. It's pretty straightforward. Oligarchy is great if you're going to be fighting a lot, and you're going to have melee units. Obviously, you get +4. If you're going to be fighting a lot on the sea with like galleys and caravels and stuff, getting the legacy card later game can be really valuable to have the +4 combat. Other than that, there's really no choice other than Classic Republic. Like Autocracy, you can do for a little while to help you with wonder. You could actually, if you wanted to, you could go Autocracy here for the bonus production towards wonders, since we're going to build the Oracle. But it's extremely important to make sure when you build your first tier government building in your government plaza that you're switched back over to Classic Republic. Because whatever government you're in when you build the government building is the legacy card you get. So when you move on to a new government like Merchant Republic or Monarchy or whatever, you're going to be able, it's going to give you a legacy card, like a purple legacy card that you can put in. And the legacy card for Oligarchy is the +4 combat strength. And in a simming game where you're not worried about combat, it's extremely invaluable. And
if I was thinking domination, I'd be like, oh,
yeah,
maybe
you could definitely consider Oligarchy for sure. It's only melee units, so if you're going to go for like cavalry and tanks and stuff like that, it's not a big deal. But
right.
And then the bonus for Autocracy is essentially a card that gives you +1 to all yields. So that's
but only in the government plaza. It's like, okay.
Yeah, government plaza building. So it's basically 1 extra science, 1 extra culture, or whatever, and then that's it. It's not a very good card at all. The card you really want is the bonus housing and amenity in all cities. So you must make sure you're in Classic Republic before you make that government building. Now, we're not rushing to our government building in this case, and we're actually going to be building the Oracle. So what I would actually consider doing here is grabbing Autocracy for just a little while. And because we are going to use a military policy card anyway, so there's nothing wrong with that. And then you can still use basically the same everything else. So you can go ahead. I would go Corvée is good for the wonder card. We're not going to be in settlers or builders for a little while, so that's good. +2 charismatic leader is fine, because we're not going to send an envoy to anybody right now, so it's not a big deal. And I would come off Maritime Industries and grab Discipline for the +5 unit strength against barbarians.
Where is it?
Down the left. Second from the bottom left.
Oh yeah, I'm just, my eyes are literally just glancing over.
No problem. So yeah, I would do that, and then that way you got your 2 galleys that just spammed out. And what you can actually do in this case is, we could take a look at our options here. What I would actually do in this case,
pincer this guy?
Well, no, I wouldn't do that, and the reason why is because the other galleys could turn around and surround your galley from Melbourne. What I would do is put that galley to the bottom, basically on the exclamation point on the bottom, and that way, because you're going to see here, you don't have to worry about that, because that's an ocean tile between you two.
Right here.
So this is basically a choke, right? You can consider that tile to the left essentially a mountain, because they can't get through.
Right here.
Right? So you're only ever going to have to fight this one galley. So there's 3 galleys down here, but you only ever have to fight one of them. So you can just sit there and wait, or you can hit it as well. It doesn't really matter. You can hit it as well. But what's going to happen is it can swap out galleys, so you're going to lose that battle eventually. But you of course can hit this guy there, no problem. I would go to the production first. So in a decision where which to improve first, always improve the tiles that are going to give you production first. Even though you're going to get culture from the spice, that's going to be one extra turn to get to it anyway. But I like the idea.
What does an industry do on? Because it vary based on what it is. So what does an industry do on spice?
I don't know. You'd have to. We'll have to find out. There is a spot to look for, but I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but I generally always.
It's close. It's close, anyways, right? So
you might as well exactly.
This is like step
one
build
extra step.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And while I'm traveling, I can get that production. When I'm traveling back up there, I can get the
exactly.
Production.
That's exactly right. Is you improve that diamond, you get the production right away, and then you immediately get that production the entire time you're walking to the other spot, right? So what I would do here, I think you already know, but I would definitely buy the campus tile.
Well, the other thing is, just for people, I'm always trying to make sure I always do this.
Yeah, clicking the food and production so that it's really good for people who don't want to do a lot of super micromanagement. Click those two buttons, and for the most part, you're always going to be safe, right? Now, there's two options you can do here. We're going to buy a builder here because we got lots of gold and we got nothing much else to do with our money, to be honest with you.
Oh, it's doing that thing again. Where do you cut down?
No, that's at bronze working. We're going to switch to bronze working right now.
Okay.
And then what we're going to do is we're going to send a builder up there to actually chop it out, because one of my favorite things to do in early cities or in any city at any point really, is to chop out a jungle tile, because it gives you a little bit of production towards that monument, but it also gives you a little bit of production, a little bit of food that'll get you to like pop 2. So you're going to be able to get to pop 2 or pop 3 really quickly, because you're going to get a little bit of food and a little bit of production. So you're going to get your monument faster, you're going to get your growth faster. So a little jungle chop early is really nice. Hey, look, another goodie hat. Been a while since we've seen one of those.
Well, yeah.
And still haven't found a wonder yet, which is insane. Unfortunate. So, we bought the builder, like I said, and he's going to head up there. So what we want to do is we want to switch to bronze working, so we'll be able to chop that out. Sorry, it's bronze working, yeah. 3 turns. Unfortunately, we're not at the barb kills, but again, we need to be able to chop that jungle. So, and we'll start the monument in that city. And then we'll get back to the Oracle in the capital. And in this city, we'll get back to the campus, the +4 campus, high priority there. That's excellent. And it's 6 turns now, but once we mine that diamond, it might go to 4 the following turn.
Yeah.
Oracle's down to 8 turns now?
Yeah. 8.
Which is pretty good. It was 13, and then we did one turn on it, got to 12, I think. But with autocracy and the 15% card, it's basically 25% total production towards, which is pretty good. Now, decisions on where to go from here. So, there's 2 things I like to do. Is if I'm going to have really good campuses, which we are, I like to go to recorded history as quick as possible, because recorded history has the double campus adjacency card. So the +4 is going to become a +8, the +3 is going to become a +6, the +5 is going to become a +10. It's ridiculous value. If I'm not going to have early strong campuses, then I try to move towards my feudalism to get better builders. So that goes. That's the next one over. So I would go top and go games and rec, defensive tactics into feudalism is generally the direction I tried to go. Not necessarily directly there, but pretty close. If I'm going to be building horses, I'll go back and get military tradition on the far left, which go ahead.
I was gonna say, look how I pulled ahead of her. We were neck and neck. We were neck and neck for a while. Yeah. Since the game started.
Yeah, well, it's essentially because you got to Classic Republic, right? You moved ahead because you finished Classic Republic and they haven't, or Classic Era political philosophy. So we're gonna have great campuses. I go to recorded history all day long. In this case,
sorry, do you want to talk about anything more there?
Not really. You want to get the campus up in the capital, or sorry, not the capital, in Melbourne, just like that. Yeah, there you go. So 4 turns will have more science. Be great. Other than that, I think you're probably pretty good.
I just love this barbarian just been crapping out units.
It has. See
Oh, there's another. Oh, there's the quad.
Yeah. So the one turn. Oh, there's the quad. Yeah. So in this case, what you're going to want to do.
All right. So here's a good one. Now, so this is actually a question I have with you because trade routes, I don't necessarily always manage these well. So what are the things you're looking for? Like I finished this one, so I get my trading posts in here. What's like the thing to look for? Like here, this is a good path because like it builds a nice road that might connect these.
Roads can be good if you're going to be into war. If you're going to go and kill Vatican City, you can make a road to Vatican City if you wanted to, and then declare war.
This is the new city, like pop it over here and
generally speaking, that's what I do. I put it in my newest or one of my newer cities, and essentially just give that city a little boost with some extra food production. We'll get the government plaza before long and stuff like that, and it'll be good.
Oh, he stepped away. He ran away.
So the galley stepped away. The quad stepped in. What you need to do... that's the galley you hit. What you need to do, though, is be very careful. You need to kill that galley with the top guy.
Like, come down.
Yeah, have him come down.
So this guy can back out.
Exactly. And just... Because we only built 2 galleys, because we're trying to be as efficient as possible here, right? We don't want to spend a lot of time. And then have him, go in there. And then you basically be able to heal up and stuff a little bit and let them come to you a little, defend, heal up, kill 1 or 2, heal up, because you could go ahead and build 5 or 6 galleys, but that takes 6 or 8 more turns. And then by the time you do that, you haven't built the Oracle yet. You haven't built your campus yet. And the Oracle and campus sooner has more value than the galleys, right? It's just about being efficient more than anything else. So so we can go ahead and pick up the unit experience. Yay. Always fantastic. So there we go. We got the boost of the wheel as well because we mined a resource. We're also going to get iron exposed here soon, and that'll tell us where the iron is, which will be good.
Which also could lose some of our best laid plans too.
I don't think we have anything on hills though right now that we have significantly planned. Maybe 1 or 2 things, but
okay. Galley, rest and repair. Might as well, right?
Rest and repair, and we could potentially bring him out after 1 or 2 turns of healing, but that'd be good.
Motion, dedication bonus triggered. Yay! And let's just double check. What does she want? Oh, and this is where those are extra.
Yeah, the extras are telling you at the top exactly, so you can see. I mean, you could take that if you wanted to. You don't have anybody else to sell it to, but she's essentially got no money, right? That's why. That's why you're getting 5 gold and 1 gold returns because she doesn't have any money.
What is she doing? Like I don't.
Yeah.
There she goes. She finally got help.
She got a second city. Yeah, it looks like she might have built a holy site and got a religion and. Yeah.
Oh well.
You're playing on Prince. Sometimes they're just not.
I know Prince does. Yeah.
Sometimes they're just not doing a whole lot of anything. All right. So
he can't.
Yeah, the quadrum came, so he's gonna have to back out and go back into the city.
On the subject of cheese.
Into the capital there.
The only new one is this one. I don't think nothing I want to do yet.
I don't think so. Corvée is doing good for us. Production in every city. Obviously, the barb card's good.
I think we're good there.
Yeah, I think we're good.
I still can't believe I've yet to find a natural one. Wow. All right, so we got +2 food.
So basically, you usually want to go back to the capital, assuming that's where you're going to build your government plaza. Yeah. The only thing is, we might build a theater square next in there. Maybe, I don't know. In this case, this is actually kind of interesting. I might actually consider building a government plaza in a different city. It's hard to tell because there's so much coast and lake and that it's not a lot of tiles to work with. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I would definitely go back to the capital for now.
+2/+1, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit extra food. The city will grow faster and do a little bit quicker. So you get to see it take a few turns off there is good. So
do I just back him here because he can't make it?
Yeah, you can't make it all the way back to the exactly. You can go back in there if you want to heal. Nope. So that he doesn't. Although the movement on the wouldn't have allowed him to hit you next turn anyway if you walked away.
If I had gone up here.
Yeah,
but
it's fine. He'll be able to heal there anyway, and then you're just biding your time a little bit. It's slow, but the alternative is to build a boatload of boats, so to speak. Now in here, again, I would probably start Monument and buy a builder, to be honest with you. And then I would march.
And then next turn, I'd step the builder out, chop it, put down the campus, and go back to Monument.
Well, yeah, it'll finish the Monument. That chop will finish the Monument. So so you'll basically be going right into the campus.
Okay.
So buy the builder.
All my gold from all my cocoa
plantations.
All right, let's see.
Now, something I don't want to dwell on it too much. Like when you go into the city, you're working the 223. You don't have the gold to buy, but one thing you could consider if you had the gold is to buy the 3-2. Just because then you'll have like a 3-2 and a 2-2-3. You can grow a little faster, and then you'll be working both tiles faster. But your gold's it's a little tight, but it's not a big deal. Working the 2-2-3 is not bad. The one thing I was going to say though, actually no, you can't. I was going to look at it, but I don't think you can really think about it. Is in the city that you just sent the trade route from. Oh wow, 1,000-year flood. That's a lot of yields.
I'm also interested.
Ooh, gotta be careful there. He's gonna trap you. Yeah, how much you can do? Yeah, you can go there. He's gonna hit you. But what I was gonna say is something you can consider. There's a lot of yields came up in there. In Melbourne and Sydney, you can. Oh wow, is that a? That's actually gonna be cut off. Looks like interesting.
Is that gonna connect?
I guess it's gonna be an inland sea there. Yeah. Or potentially anyway. Sydney and Melbourne, there's 2 tiles in between. There's spices. What I would consider doing is giving one of those tiles to Sydney. Let me go in and see what they've got there. They're working a couple 2-2s. This is something I would consider. Now the problem is Melbourne doesn't have a lot of good tiles to work. They're pop 6
currently,
and they're essentially just working.
Well, let's see here. Look at this. They're working this right now.
Yeah, exactly. They're working crap because they don't have much tiles to work.
And we can't even go out here to help this yet because there's too much of this crap going down here with these guys.
Like we need more builders. A couple mines in Melbourne would be huge. Yeah, it's
maybe when the campus fit it. Like what would be next on
when
Melbourne?
The campus is done, we need to get harbor tech. Really, you need to switch over to bronze working. We're not going to get.
It's finished. So.
Yeah, we can get celestial navigation now. We're not going to get the 2 tiles improved, but because the barbs are just in the way. I mean, we could get another couple of galleys and speed things up.
Is it worth it though? Like,
yeah, the thing is, the campus is in the Oracle and all that value. You're basically be saving 1 turn of science. Yeah. You'd be saving 1 turn of science in order to give up, 2 or 3 turns in these cities, and the campus is slower, the Oracle's slower. Like, you just put up with a little bit of harassment from the barbs in order to go about doing what it is you want. So,
did I buy?
You bought a builder. Yeah, he's almost there.
Oh, he's almost there. Okay. Yeah. I was like, I think that's the one thing about John Curtin that sucks. The color. I should have changed the color on him.
Yeah, the color can blend in a little bit for units that have already used it. And then you're gonna go. No, Coco. He's gonna chop next turn, and then he.
No, I know. I accidentally right clicked. That's where the one thing I love about Old World is the undo.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure.
The number of times that I've misclicked, oh no, and then you move your unit.
It's too late for sure.
Oh, all right. Let me just mentally all right, this is all here. That's nice. Vatican City is going to build me a road. Thank you.
Is the version of past events.
Recorded history. So here.
You want to put in political. You're going to want to put in political philosophy as you can. because it's a lot of science. The problem is you need corvée. You could drop urban planning, but it's really helpful right now. This is almost where you need to get to Classic Republic.
Here's a classic. Let's see. What's our next? Like, this is where we can think about it, right? What is our next?
So your next thing is going to be probably
3 turns.
Probably Games and Rec, and then you could probably at Games and Rec switch over to a new government. And then that way you can get the card in, because corvée is just doing work for you right now, and so is urban planning. So
I might as well take those 3 more turns of the corvée and the urban planning, and then come back when it flips.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm just running away because I'm gonna go explore. Bye bye.
Exactly.
Hello.
That's why you always want to click one tile at a time.
That's right. I'll come down this way.
Wow.
All right, so let's see. Yeah, let's see. So this is what we get. We get +2 food, +2 production, +1 gold.
Yeah. So and then you can get the culture as well.
Yeah.
20% culture yield in this city. So in reality, just a quick aside, I would actually do this in a different city.
Is that the best city, right?
Yeah, I would just do a regular plantation, because I would probably want to do that.
Can I do it
in a city that's going to give you more culture?
It's not here.
You won't do it there, but I'd probably do it in Melbourne, to be honest with you.
It's probably in Melbourne.
Maybe. Melbourne could also do spices. Yeah, maybe Melbourne could do spices. They might be the only ones to do spices. But anyway, it's not a big deal.
I think I'll just do normal here.
Yeah.
And here we are. We're going to chop.
We're going to chop that out. It's going to finish the monument. It's going to give us another tile to work. And then we place the campus. That's going to finish that monument as well. So
here we go. Campus.
Bada bing.
And are we staying on that campus, or do we want to do anything else?
No, yeah, we want to finish the campus off. Yeah,
on that one.
It's a +4 campus. I love it. Yeah, for sure. And then in this city as well, place the campus down, and away you go. Now the only thing is, in this city, we're working the 2-2-3, are we? Or is it? Yeah, it's because it's a 2-1 base, I think. Yeah.
And it's gonna grow there in 2, or we could buy it. Like, I think just.
Yeah, in 2 turns it'll grow there. When same time you're gonna grow, so I'd save the gold, because there's actually other things we could spend the gold on for sure.
And here we have.
I take the science for sure. Science per pop.
So right now we're at where we are 19.6.
Yeah, so you're gonna get 4 more science. 1 per pop. And the pop in the cap is 4. The other thing I was considering here, I kind of want to get the harbor down, but we need to kill these friggin' boats.
I know.
Is because you could place a theater square in Melbourne here, in order to get the district down. Yeah, in fact, it's 100% what you want to do. So in Melbourne, we should have done this a while ago. There's about to be pop 7, and you've only got 1 district down. I would place the theater square. Oh, you have to buy a tile to do it, though. Yeah, you're gonna have to buy a water tile to do this, but it's still worth. Actually, no, wait. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you have to. Sorry.
Well, to connect it up, right? Because otherwise, it doesn't like. It's like, what are you doing? Yeah.
But I think it's worth it, because it's right? Getting the cost down. Yeah, exactly. You swap that over. You put the theater square down. But what I would actually do.
You want me not to do that?
No, you could do that. But what I would just plop it down, but I would take it off. As far as like, don't build it yet. I would actually go with another boat, to be honest with you.
Just in case, because he's getting
not just in case, but just because it's getting annoying. I would probably hit with the one that's in the city, because it's almost full health. It's gonna be a winning battle. And you just need to get rid of these guys. What I would actually do though is, for 2 turns, Games and Rec, you can change policies now. I would turn on the Maritime Industries card. To get that boat will be in 1 or 2 turns, probably 2 turns instead of discipline. Now that you've gotten the hit with the galley, you're not going to do any more hits on the barbs for another 2 turns. So Maritime Industries will speed that and just get you the boat a little faster, right? Everything else is good. You got 2 turns or 3 turns left on the Oracle, so just keeping corvée in for a little bit. But yeah, you can kind of see the value here, right, of having high culture. You've created high culture, and boom,
I can flip back and forth.
Yeah, it's just like, right? Oh, boom, I'm going to build a boat. Boom, maritime industries for 2 turns. Oh, boat's done. That's okay. I can change their cards again. It's just instead of having to wait 6 turns for games in rec, then you'd be sitting on maritime industries for forever, right? So.
I think she's an artifact of the spectator mod when there's nobody in there.
Yeah, I think so. I 100% think that's.
Oh my god, they pinched me.
Yeah, I knew you. I was pretty sure you were bad there. You said no chance.
Yeah, I was like, oh, sorry.
The barbs gotcha. With this guy here, I might consider.
Is it going to grow here anytime soon?
No, you have to buy that. But I was actually going to say you might want to consider buying those tiles.
These two before,
because they're great value, and these cities are growing fast, and they're going to need good tiles to work, and you make so much gold, right?
I'm just curious. Sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, so they're both in the 3rd ring. So yeah, I would buy that one, and then you could you have to wait to buy the other one.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah, and then again, because more culture, more gold. They're 2
tiles. I might as well just start him walking down there.
He can head there. There's not really a whole lot else. You could do chops, but I'd save the chops for wonders and stuff. For sure. So this guy, I would just let him heal for 1 more turn.
He ran away.
Or 2. Yeah, exactly. They're just hanging around, right? So you can heal for the last turn, and then this guy here, I would go and improve the turtles and then the cocoa.
Because this is a new luxury for me.
Yeah, so exactly, good, right? Being other luxury. Because if you click on your cities right now, I'm actually curious. If you click on your city, you are amenities +1. Okay, so you're
where is that? Where is the tier, right? Here you go, where it says content, right?
Yeah, exactly. You're content. So you need to get to +3 in order to be happy. So you need to get more luxuries online. Which is so the turtle's up. We have cocoa, spice, diamonds, and dyes as 4. Okay, do me a favor. I'm going to show you where this. So go up to the very top right hand corner, the 3 lines button. Yep.
Oh,
and then sorry, no, just below it, the one below it. Sorry, my bad. The list of reports. Yeah, and then click on cities.
It's thinking about it.
There you go. So then you can see here. So you can see your 2 out of 1, 4 out of 2, 4 out of 2, 4 out of 3, 4 out of 2. In the middle where it says amenities. So the number on the left is how many you've got, and the number on the right is how many it needs. So in a couple cities, you're actually 4 out of 2. So if you get the turtles online, 3 of your cities are actually going to go to ecstatic here. So that'll be pretty good once you get the turtles online.
Why is she? Oh, housing.
Yeah, housing is the issue there. Yeah, you've only got, so you could potentially get a galley not
a coastal city. That's right. I'm like, why? I'm like, I don't have housing issues anywhere else. Oh,
yeah, because it's coastal, and the coastal cities with fresh water on Australia are essentially broke. In this case, so I would actually place another district. I would get. So this is interesting, right? So in a science game, we have a really good culture right now, but the culture scales, right? So you're going to want to keep your culture up, but commercial hub, more trade routes. I might consider getting a commercial hub down here, to be honest with you. The city's going to grow in population really fast. So I'd place down the commercial hub.
And I'm also thinking, because I am in corporation mode, like the great merchants allow you, like once I get there,
exactly,
so if I start acquiring great merchants earlier, it's better.
Yeah, no, I agree. So you could place that down, but I would actually go to the granary, because this city's working a 4-food tile, 2 4-food tiles, and a bunch of 2-food tiles.
It's negative 50 growth right now when it's working these tiles, which is
exactly. So if you can get it give it some growth, and you're going to get you have that rice as well that you could eventually work and get really high population, getting other district down, because the faster you can get to pop 7, the faster you can have all cities with 3 districts, right? You could have your campus down, your theater square down, your commercial hub down. The faster you get to that population, the faster you can place a district. Even if you wait, like I said, another 10, 20, 30 turns to build it, getting to the population so you can actually place it is super valuable. Get there earlier, so the housing is important in that case.
Let's just see.
That guy doesn't move till next turn.
Yeah.
It's good.
Sometimes I feel like sometimes I don't know. It's just like
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Like I mean,
I feel like does the game always move them? I'm like, so sometimes I get paranoid about it.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, for me personally, I go around and move every unit every single time anyway. But yeah.
Wait. Oh, what happened here?
What do you mean?
My warrior.
Your warrior's right there. What are you talking about? It's on the rice or on the sugar.
Why can't I see it? I'm so blind.
It's in her borders in the sugar.
Oh, he's in her borders. Oh, this is where like he blends in for me.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it blends in for me too, but I was just able to.
Okay.
You had him heading up there, yeah. Okay. So yeah, you've got campuses built or getting built.
Remember
science.
Building this. I just remember my goal is to buy this.
You can buy that tile, next turn, yeah.
The number of times I do that too, where I'm playing, and I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do this next turn. And then
you
just
have
get
an
caught,
idea,
and then you get caught up in the other stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, what's this? Kristen enforces borders. Okay. So
yeah, that just means your warrior got kicked out.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yay, celestial navigation. And recreation. So this is where it's like might be worth looking. What do we have left on Oracle?
Yeah. So Oracle is that one turn? It says, yeah.
One turn. It's got 14 to go.
So you need the card in, I think. Yeah.
I have base 15 production.
Well, that's not base. That's including your boost.
Including the boost.
So
I wasn't sure if
wait,
it's
you're pop
boost.
4, 2, 4, 6.
+2 for modifiers.
Yeah, it's modifiers. Yeah, you're getting modifiers. That's the boost you're getting. So it'll cost you a turn. So you have to keep the card, but that's fine. You can one turn. You can go back in one turn. Military tradition, but what you do want to do here is you want to change your government out, because once this is done, we're going to figure out where to put that.
Plaza.
Of Plaza.
Yeah, this is only +10 production, so it's not going to kill me.
Yeah, I think you'll be. I'm hoping you'll be fine.
We're about to find out.
Yeah.
All right.
So Corvée, you're going to want to keep in.
Yeah, just keep that up there.
But then that's just what does this be one turn? Then we could put political philosophy in. We could actually put political philosophy in now, if you wanted. Yeah, I'd probably put it in now because I don't think you need any of the other cards in.
Yeah. So actually, so this is just me. I don't know if you do this. I tend to like to keep the ones I definitely know.
Yeah, that you're going to keep in for a long time at the top. I
can put up. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think though. You know what I would consider? Did you finish that galley in the south or not? I think you did, right? You might want to. You might want to put in the barb card in the bottom.
Yeah. Well,
which means you'd have to keep political philosophy out for one turn. But I think
it's not a huge deal.
No, that's fine. I would keep it where you've got it. That's too much science. I would keep the science.
Okay.
Yeah, it's way too much science to give up. But yeah, you're going to need to. Wait, what happened to the other?
Kill you.
Well, it's not going to let you because it's not letting you see it, but there's two galleys there. What you actually need to do is move the galley that's to the back of the city. Move that one tile, like upwards, and then grab that one there. No. You have to move it out. You have to move it backwards one, and then the other one. Oh shoot! You moved the full strength one. That's all right. Doesn't matter. You're gonna.
That's fine.
So he got a promo anyways. That's really good. And then just move them back to where they were. You can move him back in, and then that guy can move back. So there's the one and ready to go. And then now next turn you're gonna have 3 of them, and you'll be able to get into attack. So now what we want to do is we want to get a builder up actually for those.
We really don't here. We really don't care. Like, do we do?
I would just stick with wheel. We can get a builder up. I think there's a quarry around somewhere that you might be able to build.
I think it's down here. I think it's down here, right here.
Yeah, so we can get that tile up and get a builder going on that. I essentially just stick. If there's nothing, like I said earlier, if there's nothing I really, really need to get, then I just stick with doing stuff I got the boost for and try to focus on finding the boost for the other stuff.
So this grew in. This grew in.
That grew into there. So now you're working 2 good tiles as the pop grew. You're going to be able to get this guy up here now. So that's another good solid tile. Those guys are just all waiting.
Well, that'll swap them for me, right?
No, because it's already that unit's movement. It's over because it's already it attacked.
Oh, okay. So it's that's why it's moving. Okay.
Yeah, it's got no movement left.
So skip.
Exactly.
You go back to healing. Since you're sitting there.
So he can you gonna wonder.
You think so?
Yeah.
No, is that Mad Hurt? Oh, she kicked me out to this side.
Yeah, exactly.
She kicked me out to the rocks. What? I was over here.
Yeah,
I was closer.
You got a little screw there. Should have kicked you in the meat.
Oh, that's all right.
That's all right. You can get open borders off if you want.
Yeah, if I want, yeah. It's just annoying. I'll buy this. But
yeah, you can buy that tile, exactly. Making as much gold as you are. Turning. Idea.
All right, let's see. What else we got? You're going to finish next turn. Let's just see.
So I would say, I would honestly say builder here. And there you can go 1 turn on to the left on military tradition. Far left.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Right here. All the way back here.
It's going to take 1 turn to do that, and then you can take out the other. Yeah, you can take out Corvée for a while there at that point. I would start a builder here though in Melbourne because it's working really bad tiles. So being able to get those 2 mines built, and then you can head over and do the stone. You actually need a bunch of builders because there's just a lot of things you can do. Yeah. Lots of mines. There's 2 resources in the water you can improve.
Well, if I can ever get rid of these stupid barbarians.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, look, he just double tapped
me. That got really close. Yeah, that's why I was saying having the stronger one would have been a little bit more advantageous. I think he just lost a couple chops, if I had to guess.
I sprang upon the swift ship.
There's Oracle though.
Dolphin. Sometimes the wheel
lots going on here. Hold on one second. Let's see. The one thing I will say, one thing I really, really dislike about this game is when they do have these wonders go off, it pops up what the improvements are, but it moves so quickly away from you, you can't see what they are. Like, oh, what did it actually do?
Yeah, it is. I completely agree. Yeah.
All right. I think it just hurt my.
Yeah. Oh, it did. It didn't even hurt the campus because it just exploded. It didn't do anything. Because the campus isn't built yet, so it can't actually affect it.
All right.
So that guy obviously.
I just do this dance again. Move everybody back and.
No, I would. You can move the one that's hurt all the way in.
All the way in like this.
Yeah, exactly, and then that way. Those are both quadrants. That's really kind of annoying. Because that guy's on the inside is full health though. You can come out and hit. You'll just have to go back in. Next turn. Yeah. No. Well, it doesn't matter. No, I keep that one standing still so he heals up. The one that's full health, take him out and hit. Exactly. Now they're both going to hit you back, but you won't die, and then you'll be fine. There, exactly. I wouldn't worry about that. Well, I mean, you can do it if you want. It makes a better tile.
It's faith. This one I don't really care because I don't care about faith.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it makes a better tile as well, but I would go down and improve the copper and make some production tiles in that.
Yeah, I'll come back to that later then.
Yeah. And then the other one can make that there. Actually, you can actually do it with 1 charge there. Yeah, I would do that. I would do that. Yeah.
Like, boop.
That's all that city's gonna ever do. Beautiful tile, also. So, I would actually go builder. So where I would put the government plaza is between the 2 theater squares. Because you're going to be able to put more. You're probably able to put like industrial zones or something around them as well.
What do you think, like right here?
Those 2 theaters, yeah, that's where I would put it. Because you can't really put it on the campuses down here, but you need to get it in. So what I would do is I would get a builder and send the builder out there. Like the first builder charge you can get your hands on to head there, honestly.
3 turns.
Yeah, that's probably the best you can do.
Yeah.
You're gonna you could possibly put the builder card in actually.
Yeah, I think we just switched, didn't we? I believe
Yeah,
we did.
because you can go, you can
Go
take
away.
Corvée out and just go ahead. Oh, we could have put Discipline in. That's what I was thinking. Is Discipline would be a good card to have in too now. It's a tricky call. I think you put Discipline in because it's your two most productive cities building the builders. Are going to get them out fast anyway. If you had more than a couple cities building builders, I would. But in this case, Discipline's really valuable. These are going to be fast builders either way. So.
All right, research. All right.
I'd probably head to horseback riding and into apprenticeship. Apprenticeship is going to be super valuable, and for production, because it gives you extra production on your mines, and you're going to make a bunch of mines in the next few turns.
Oh, I never did archery. I'm like, why is that? Oh, I'm like, why is that 3 turn? That's fine. Yeah. Civic. What do we got here? Let's see.
So I'd probably head towards feudalism, hit defensive tactics up, and get the superior builders online as quick as possible.
Let me ask leave then.
Yay! Too late.
We found it, and it's actually city state there too.
Before his head has lost the last
man.
rays of a
Yay,
sun.
city state. Also too.
I wonder who... we don't even know who it is yet. That's okay.
No, I can see it's a brown one, but. So
I'm gonna go because she's annoying me, and I kind of do want to. Where are we? Make deal. I'm doing it here. I don't know what we have because she's only one. I don't have to worry. Where are we? Open borders. What would it take? Yeah, excellent. Gold.
There you go.
Way.
You might want to see what she'd be willing to give you for. She might have gold online now, so.
Yeah, see what she's got 52 gold. She doesn't want.
She can give you a little bit for just for
gold?
one though. She should just do it for one.
5 and 1.
Oh.
Yeah, she's being stingy.
Really stingy. And then for both.
It was what she was showing before. That 11-2.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just not worth the value.
I really don't care about Diplo favor right now.
Well, she pays through the nose for horses, though.
Those are Diplo.
Sorry, I thought you were putting on the horses.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you want, let's sell the Diplos. A lot of times there's no value, so.
Yeah.
I think it might be part of her thing that she
likes Diplo.
Likes
Diplo,
yeah.
Yeah, she might be one of those. Let's see.
So yeah, you're basically trying to get a builder. As soon as you have the money, you're gonna want to buy that government policy. They might save you 5 gold. So you're gonna buy it from Zheilong though. I mean, you could you know what you could actually do, because Zheilong is gonna grow so fast, and you're probably gonna get more settlers out of the capital, so it's gonna cost your population. You might actually want to build it. No, because you already placed the commercial. That's fine. But you want to buy that card there for sure, because it's cheaper. But you'll switch it over probably to the capital. The tile, I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, your capital will grow pretty fast too here, I guess. But yeah,
the capital's done pretty well for itself, considering it's pumped out a bunch of settlers and stuff. It's actually done all right.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
We'll have to start doing some stuff with those.
Yeah, those will be the outback stations.
Outback stickers.
Yeah, once we get those.
Which once again is more builders and feudalism, so you have more.
Exactly, feudalism for more charges on all your builders, and essentially you'll want to get to a point where like every city just pumping out a couple builders, just so you just improve your tiles as fast as possible, really quick.
Somebody took my hanging gardens.
Oh, Pog. Okay.
Is this another new barbarian outpost? Are you gotta be kidding me? Where have you put it? Oh, down there. Okay, I don't care. Motion. What have we been running into? I feel like it's the forest more than the.
Yeah, I mean, generally I go hills, to be honest with you, because it's New World Age and not wet, so you're gonna generally see more hills. So yeah.
All right, Zheilong.
So
wait, we already put that down, right? Yeah, we already put that down.
Yeah, you could build. I mean, it's not a great one, but you could build Adamanaki. That's gonna. Do you have a lot of marsh? You actually have very little marsh as well. So.
It's just these ones.
It'd just be 3 tiles. You'd have to use one up just to build it as well. So it's not really valuable. So I might actually consider, something I haven't really talked about, and it's something that's actually kind of important. And then I'll probably get to wrapping up this video because it's getting on past an hour. Is click on the Great People screen for a second for me, would you?
Yes, sir.
It's something that I try to keep an eye on throughout the game, but knowing which great people are up and which ones are coming and that and who's earning what is actually pretty valuable. So if you go to previously recruited, because we haven't been looking at this at all. Okay, so no great scientists have been earned, only the one prophet. So when you go to great people, you can kind of see what's up. So typically in the first era, there's a merchant that gives you a trade route, and nobody's got that yet. And you're the first one earning great merchant points, so that's a good sign. Right?
Yep.
Scientist, the first one up was this celestial navigation guy, which isn't a bad one, but you're actually going to want to be able to pass it. So, but you're in a position where I don't know if you're earning the most. You probably are now because you've got so many campuses built.
Where is it? It's 5.7.
So they were ahead. They got theirs down first, but you've caught up essentially. So what you're going to be able to do is you're going to be able to pass because you're going on Hypatia. Right, because you're going to have like 8, maybe 10 or 12 libraries, so that's a lot of science per turn for the whole game. So you're going to be in a position where you're going to be able to pass that. But it's good to know that, right? It's good to know what they're making for points, and it's good to know what's available. So right now, like sometimes you'll start a game, and the great merchant, what gives you a trade rate will be up, so there's a lot of pressure for that. There's a great scientist, could be Hypatia right away, so there's a lot of pressure to get that going. So it's good to have an idea of what's going on with the great people and which ones are available and which ones to look at.
I don't think I really paid. I think that's something I need to actually.
Yeah, I mean it's not crucial.
No, but I'm just saying general. I don't think about it, and I don't even know which ones are. Like I don't even know like, oh, is this one worth passing? I normally if I'm playing, I just kind of take them as they come. Right? I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'll take it.
Yeah. It's some of them are a little bit extra valuable, or some of them are not the greatest. Like on the merchant side, like a free trade route is fantastic compared to 50 faith, right? As an example. Or
one free copy of the luxury, like if you send them out somewhere.
That's not bad. It's not terrible, but
no, it's not great.
Yeah, it's just basically a boost to your capital. It's not that big.
But if I'm the only one earning them, then it's like, all right, whatever.
You'll get there exactly. You'll get a couple merchants down to market and stuff like that.
Yeah. Anything else in here?
No, that's essentially what it is. And also engineers as well, especially if you're going to be, depending on when your timing is for building industrial zones, like Imhotep first. If you're playing as Germany or Gaul, it's good to know about that, who's there first, because you're gonna be able to take advantage of it. So that's pretty good. But overall, no, I think I just wanted to touch on that real quick, and I was just kind of curious the last few turns. I'm wondering where the great scientists are at, because you've got a fair amount of campuses built now, and I was like, you're going to be getting a great scientist decently soon. So no, I think that's good. You've got a builder coming out. So one thing I would say is our timing on getting the government plaza down has been pretty slow, because we got into the Oracle and that. If we hadn't got into the Oracle, then we would have got the builder out soon and chopped out the government plaza, and it would have been on the go a little bit quicker. But and potentially the order that we did it into, you could have, especially playing on Prince, the Oracle was probably safe for a few extra turns to get the government plaza done sooner. The government plaza makes the trade routes better, obviously, and then getting the building in is good. Now we're at 5 cities. When you make the calculation of how many more cities you're going to build, sometimes you might go ancestral hall. We can have those discussions in the next episode. But yeah,
we'll have the conversation on like what to do here then in the next one.
I think we can go ahead and run this. We're pretty much at 90 minutes. My thought was around an hour to 90 minutes an episode. This has been a good one. I think we have some good discussions about making smart tempo decisions, getting campuses placed and built, especially the high-end ones, decisions on where to go with policy cards and stuff like that, like the double policy card on campuses. And like I said, extremely, extremely important with that culture. And we was really happy to see a lot of different examples of where that high culture and quick turnover rate became so valuable for us there. So that's really good to know. I want to thank everybody. I want to thank Ed for hanging out with me and doing this. And thank all of you for watching. Don't forget, If you're enjoying the content and you're not subscribed to the channel already, go ahead and do so. And likes and comments are crucial for YouTube content creators. Even if you just say hello in the content in the comments, if you do a like and a comment together, YouTube doubles the impact on the algorithm and makes sure that this video just gets exposed to every Civilization 6 fan in the world, and it's going to become world famous. So thanks for joining me, folks. Click the buttons, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.